Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if I'm sorry, if I'm sorry, if I seem depressed and sad, it's just because the Boston Celtics lost and now it's 3-2 with the Philadelphia 76ers. And I hate Philadelphia and I hate Miami because they're just the bane of our existence. And I don't know why we play with our food and don't close out games like we're supposed to. It's gotten to the point where, fun fact, little tangent, it's gotten to the point where I don't even watch Boston Celtics games no more because I'm so scared of us losing and then we still lose. I hate it. 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 I need Boston to lock in and be better. But it's your boy B Heard, aka Brian, aka Prince, aka Prince Vegeta, while they're hating on the Runback rendition where I'm supposed to be interviewing somebody, but as you can clearly see, I don't have nobody. But that's okay though, because I actually have some topics that I want to talk about by myself, Dolo. As some of you may or may not know, that Daigo Umahara and Mena RD will be fighting each other in a 1-10 at this Legends Live event in Japan. You know, obviously Seiko Oichi, he'll play in the 1-7 Fatal Fury. And then Arslan Ash will play in this Tekken 8 1-7. And I kind of like how they made it like an event. And there's different things. If you are, I think, in the Eastern time zone standard for the US, it'll be at 4 a.m. in the morning. For me, it'll be at 3. And I think for Pacific time, it'll be at 1. So, you know what I'm saying? Check with your local listings of when you could actually watch it. I probably won't watch it because I probably already know the results by then, because I'm not going to lie, I'm going to just wake up at my normal time. Now, if I wake up super, super early, I might watch it. I don't know if I'll stream it, but I can't wait to watch this event because I think it's going to be an interesting event, man. You got Daigo, somebody who's arguably probably one of the Mount Rushmores of Street Fighter players, and the Street Fighter, he's a legacy act at this point, right? And then you got Mena RD. Mena RD is someone who, I mean, the resume speaks for itself. I mean, like, we're just gonna go here, and I know y'all can't really see it, but just to go, Capcom Cup champion, Capcom Cup champion, CEO champion, Street Fighter US champion, Street Fighter League world champion, Red Bull Kumite champion, EVO champion, Cream City, I guess, champion? Well, it's under achievement, so I'm assuming that these are titles and not just... But I don't remember him winning Cream City. Maybe he did. Evolution champion, another Evolution championship, and another Street Fighter United States championship. But let me go back to the Cream City, because I don't remember if he won that. I thought... I see Cream City on here? I don't see Cream City. Well, that's awkward. Unless I'm just blind. I could be very well blind, but I don't see Cream City on here, so I don't know. Maybe that's a typo. Maybe that's a mistake. Let's see. Oh, no, he won it. So why the fuck? What year was this? Yeah, 2024. Am I blind? Oh, because all results, it didn't come up for all results. That's what it was. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, not all the results came up here. Okay. Woo! I was getting worried there for a second. I'm like, yo, I can't see. Yo, chat, I'm blind. Yeah. And I'm gonna just get the record out the way. Seeing as they only played one time. And in this one time that they played, Menardi took it 2-1. Daigo finished 33rd. And Menardi went to finish in second, it looks like, from this graphic. And this is EVO. This was the only time they played in Street Fighter 6, it appears. And then even this has their placement. Shout out to Super Major. So he will won this EVO. And then Blink Respawn, they both went 17th. And then Daigo got the advantage as CEO. Then Combo Breaker, this Asian Championship League. Because Daigo is someone who hasn't had the best results when it comes to Street Fighter 6. And as you could clearly see, now these are not all the results, obviously. But let's see all the results. And like Daigo's best performance was a World Warrior in Japan, where he finished second. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, I think Daigo is a legacy act, so there's no harm and no foul in him not performing the best. But after Menardi won EVO Japan, if I'm not mistaken, he had called him out and said how much it would be an honor to play Daigo. And I want to say, yeah, I want to say it was this one. Because we've known about this first to 10 set, and it took a while to set it up. But I'm actually not too mad that it set it up, because I feel like with them setting it up now, it favors Daigo in the sense of like giving him prep time, because you know Daigo has had this long history of playing these first to 10 sets. I think the last one he played was against Tokido after he had won his EVO championship against Punk, and he beat him like 10-0. Well, not 10-0, but he beat him like I think, what was the score actually? Is there a way to look that up? Let's see if we could look that up. Versus Tokido. I know I'm not showing it on the screen, but I just want to see if I could look up the score. And right, hold on. I apologize that this intro to the podcast is kind of all over the place. Why did I look up story? I'm gonna score. I'll get back on track here in a second. Hopefully y'all are doing well. I can't spell. It was 10-5. There we go. It was 10-5. 10-5. Sorry. But yeah, since it was 10-5, and you know what I'm saying, that was a different Daigo though. That was a different Daigo. That was a few years back. I don't know what kind of Daigo we're gonna get. I don't know the Daigo that's gonna show up and, you know what I'm saying, do his best to beat Mena RD. Because I'm not saying Mena RD is unbeatable. I just don't see a world where Mena RD, like, I think they're locking in characters. So I think the characters that you're going to see these two players play is these two characters right here. You're going to see Akuma versus Blanca, and there is some quality of life things that have changed for Blanca. Like, I know that you can interrupt the Blanca Chandol now if Blanca gets hit, and then the little like sidestep cross up he does where he hops through, that's technically not real no more. I think you could grab that. So you know, there's some quality of life things that Daigo could use, but Daigo playing Akuma scares me, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does scare me. It shouldn't scare me to the point where it's fucking Daigo. Like, if he can make it work, he can make it happen. He can make it happen, right? But I mean, if you just look at Blanca's damage, like, I don't even know all of Blanca's like big damaging combos. But if we just had to look it up on full meter, right? I just feel like he gotta have some shit where it's like, dog. Cause like, even like this, right? Health. Akuma has 9,000 health. Remember that. And I know water is wet. Like, everybody and their mama understands that Akuma is the lowest health character in the game, right? That's not a surprise to anyone. But if it's like, if you look at, see, I knew that's the funny thing about recording a video. It's like, you know where everything is at until it's time that you need it, right? All right, I'm trying to look. What are some of these damages on some of these combos? But these are like optimal combos. Like, yeah, like, there's a drive rush example that could get 5k. Obviously, you need level 3, but that's all the meter. But it's just like, not to mention Blanca has all these setups and things of that nature. Not to mention, I don't know. I just, like, Mena RD, you know what I'm saying, has had first place finishes. This is all, look at that. Look at all this gold. Then even then, second. And then there's some thirds. Like, his worst finish is 48th or 33rd. Depending on how you want to take it. But if you look at Daigo's placements, right? And I mean, it's placements, so it's like, yeah, take it with a grain of salt. But like, his best is a second, and then his worst is a 257th place. Granted, they're World Warriors, and World Warriors in Japan are way different than any other region, right? But I don't know. I'm just scared because, like, my prediction is I got Mena RD 10-13. Or not 10. Oh, I cannot talk today. Rate this 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. I got a 10-3. 10-3 Mena. I think for the sake of the FGC and for the sake of everything that's holy as far as what we know as far as the sport, I think the best case scenario for everybody is like a 10-7 or a 10-8 or even a 10-9. Like a 10-9 is godlike, right? Because this is our idol. This is someone that we look up to, and Daigo's done a lot. Like Daigo going to Cream City and kind of being the only representation of a Japan player is great for the sport. It's great for esports. Like Daigo cares. Like Daigo, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if they would have Red Bull Kumite on this website, but if they do, he played in that Red Bull Kumite, got beat by Noah, and was like, all right, you know what? I need to lock in. And I respect the hell out of that. But I would love to see what his results were after that had happened and see where he kind of placed. Because if it's like, all right, I need to lock in, and not saying Daigo can't lock in, not saying Daigo ain't good enough, but it's like, if you ain't doing nothing from that, then it's like a yikes. Yeah, okay. So, boom. Case in point. Y'all can't really see it to the best of the ability, but so that was April 6th of last year, right? From here, he gets 33rd, he gets 13th, he gets 26th, he gets 25th, he gets 49th, he gets a 9th place, which is pretty good. He gets the 17th, he gets a 33rd, 129, 33rd, 2nd, 33rd, 129, 257, and then 257. So that's like my fear is like, even when he's saying I need to lock in and I'm streaming less because I lost to no other prodigy, and he wants to take it serious, which I love. Even now, he's like taking it serious. Like he had a response video to everybody saying that the bad things, right? I would pull up tweets and stuff like that, but I don't need to do that. I like his mindset. I think he has a W mindset. I think Daigo's mindset is very important. It's just like I don't know, because Street Fighter 6 is such a weird game, but the pro players that can control it just but do it in such a fashion to where it's like it's almost impressive. Because to me, like I said, I think the best case scenario for dialogue and then just for the event and for the event to go well and everybody be happy is like a 10-7, 10-8, 10-9. But my fear is like, even if Daigo could come out and show, Mena RD some different options, I think Mena RD's ability to sense the fear and nervousness of his opponent is bar none. Like, I could see Daigo winning the first two games, but then it's like, what if, I don't want to say download it because that sounds disrespectful to Daigo, but like, what if, you know what I'm saying, Mena RD hits that strive? Can Daigo bounce back and respond to that? I don't know. Like, that's just going to be very hard. And that's the fear too, because it's like, to me, I feel like, say, Mena RD whoops Daigo. They're going to be like, damn, my goat washed. This game sucks. Blah, say, blah. This game random. Blah, say, blah. But if somehow, some way, Daigo wins and he wins convincingly, like, then I can see the world being like, yo, Mena RD's a fraud. He's only good at these gimmick fighters, not really real Street Fighter, because everybody has, like, the pristine, like, place and status that they hold Street Fighter for. I'm not saying it doesn't deserve that, but it's like, it's another game in the epic catalog of this game. So it's like, you can look at all the games as bullshit if you really wanted to. So it's just like, I'm not ready for this dialogue. I'm kind of scared for that part of the game, right? And I just want a good event. I want the event to be fun. I want good conversation to come out this event, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it's just like I seen some people compare it to Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, which I think is nasty, because I also think that like Daigo and Mena RD deserve way more respect than that. But I could kind of see the sentiment, just because it's like Mena RD wins EVO Japan, calls out Daigo, says I'd be honored to do this first to 10. If you're Daigo, like, you have to accept it. And I respect him for accepting it. And I respect him to be like, yo, like, this is what you live for. This is what you go out and do. This is why I do this. Like, I respect that too. And I respect Mena RD being a fan of Daigo and all these things. But I think the fear is, like, we got to see Daigo versus Shien. We got to see Daigo versus Tokido. I just don't know. Like, if this is the last time we're going to see this type of thing where it's a first to 10 set and it's like a huge honor and it's a big deal. And this is technically the last one. And I might say that for another reason, right? I don't want to see it be a blowout or nothing like that. Because the reason why I say it could be the last one is how do I say this? I think we're getting to the point where we don't have those like legacies anymore. What I mean is like Daigo is this pristine Japanese player that's played it all around the world, won every damn near tournament you could think of. It is just an all-time GOAT, right? Mena is this person who had his rise to the top and won 2 EVOs, won 2 Capcom Cups, the first person to ever do it, and won all these tournaments. He's pretty much either, you know what I'm saying, placing decent at a major tournament or winning the biggest tournament in the world. And it's like there's really no in between for Mena, right? And it's like they have these two stories, and it's like they're at two different trajectories. Like obviously Daigo's getting towards the end of his career where Mena is probably reaching his prime. And it's sad in the sense that I don't think we'll have another Daigo. Like I'm not even sure who could hold that prestige and that honor of the first to 10 set, you know? Because the characters, the people that I'm thinking of, I think it's Tokido, but I think Tokido's on the decline. I'm trying to think of that player that people would hold in that regard of like, I want to run that first to 10. Not saying nobody wouldn't do a first to 10, or I'm just trying to think of like, what's the next passing of the guarding of the young prodigy or someone that's at their peak fucking playing level, but they're not this person that's already at status. You feel me? Like case in point, if we was to do this to where it's not Daigo, if it's Tokido, it's like, do we really want to see Tokido versus Sahara? You know what I mean? And like, I just don't feel like that's the same level of equivalence to what Daigo versus Tokido was. I just don't think we're going to get that again. Like this, I think it's the last time we're going to get this. I think anything that we can get similar to this is literally what we already do as far as FGC grassroots go, which is like money matches. Which is like rivalries. Like to me, I think something that could do this first to 10 format that would be interesting and have a story behind it, because I think the story is important too, and like who these people are is important too, right? Is like Blast versus Xiaohai. I think Blast versus Xiaohai could have the same level of effect as a Daigo versus Mena, because Blast is playing out of his mind, young prodigy getting second and third at Capcom Cup. And then you got Xiaohai, who's literally a multi-time, multi-fighting game, literally legend, champion, could do it all. And not to mention the last set that they played was a heartbreaking set for Xiaohai, and it was an amazing set. But I feel like you could build that set up to where they're playing each other, and it's a fucking amazing. Like, to me, that's the only thing that, like, makes sense on that magnitude. That could be the retelling of Daigo's legendary first 10 sets. It's not the same, obviously, because it's not Daigo, because even with like Daigo versus Xiaohai or Daigo versus Tokido, like he was always competing, but he wasn't the person that won. It was literally Daigo with some prep time, and then he made it work every single time. So it's like, how do you build something up to that magnitude? Because like I'm thinking of like, you know, I think NuckleDu's a legendary player, but I don't think he hasn't, just haven't had the time. A lot of players just haven't had the time. So even the young prodigies of a Blast or this character, that player, this person, like there was mad people that's like 15, 16, 17, 18 in Capcom Cup and things of that nature, because all these different regions because of the World Warrior program and stuff like that. Nigga, they playing a lot of their favorites already. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're playing a lot of their favorites in these sets and in tournaments and high level tournaments with high amounts of money. So it doesn't seem like they would be able to throw the event as far as, yo, I want to play you in the first to 10. Like nothing holds that magnitude. So that's why it's like a bittersweet feeling, because it's so special that Daigo is literally one of the GOATs that people hold near and dear to their heart. But it's also like, nigga, he not in his prime no more. So I don't know, because that's like Braun doing a game of 21 with Wemby. Like, yeah, it'd be cool to see, but it's like, man, if this was 2018 LeBron versus Wemby, that shit would be peak. But it's like, it's not. it's 41-year-old LeBron. It's like, yeah, like it could be good, but it can also be some shit too. So I was like, I don't know. Like, so it's just unfortunate because I just feel like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be like, damn. I don't know. I just don't see a world where Daigo wins, and I don't see a world where it's close. But I want it to be close because I just feel like this would make Street Fighter hype. But then it's hard too because at the same time, it's like I don't know what new things Daigo could do. Like, can Daigo solve the Rubik's Cube of Men RD? You know what I mean? And it's like the hardest part about Men RD is you really don't see him play a lot. Like, of course he's training. I'm not saying he's not training. I'm not saying he's not playing against high level players. I'm saying like as far as entering tournaments go, or seeing him online or seeing his replays, you don't see that shit. Like he only plays damn near offline. It feels like, but he'll train. Like he'll go wherever. I respect the hell out of that. So it's like really you don't get to see the new Men RD tech until the tournament's on. So it's like, Daigo, how do you even prepare for that? How do you even prepare for someone with Menard's skill set and neutral and understanding, and then playing the character in Blanca and the setups and making sure what's real, what's not, and then you're also playing Akuma, the character with the lowest amount of health. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. But then that's crazy too, because it's like Daigo technically is already qualified for Street Fighter or for Capcom Cup. So Daigo could really perfect his craft and get to the point of the like where he's just undeniable. Like we already have only 5 spots open, and it's all killers. So I don't know. Like I said before, I'm sorry that like this tangent and things went all over the place. I apologize. I am passionate about it, but I kept thinking about it. I felt like it was clearer in my mind than it was out here. But I got Men RD winning 10-3. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping I wake up and it's like 10-7 or it's like 10-8, 10-9 or shit. I wouldn't even be mad at Daigo winning, but I gotta see it. It's like one of those things, you know? And man, if Daigo wins, shit, that would be a crazy day on the timeline. But we'll see. We'll see. If Daigo wins, I ain't gonna lie, I'm locking in. Because this nigga's mindset is different. And the fact that he's already at Capcom Cup, like, who knows? It could be Daigo season. And speaking of Daigo season, Capcom Cup and other events take place this weekend at EVO Japan 2026. $25,000 is going to the winner. And an EWC spot is on the line. Same with second place. The EWC spot is on the line. And there's killers. There's so many killers playing. There's actually 7,000 participants in this tournament alone for Street Fighter 6. Brother, 2 EWC spots, a Capcom Cup spot is actually on the line as well. Excuse me. And then all this money's on the line. This is gonna be a real slobber knocker of an event, bro. This is crazy. Just look at the names of just Japan alone. Sahara, the reigning defending Capcom Cup champion. You got Tokido, you got Goichi, you got Dogura, you got Pugera, you got Moke, Hibiki, Ryusei, oh my god, Fudo, Momochi, Itabashi, Zengi, Bonchan, Kazunoko, Mochi, Kings Vega, oh my god, Higuchi, Kawano, Kobion, nigga, Gachikun, Kincho, Ryukiji, Tachikawa, Shudo, bruh, Aqua, like, nigga, John Takeuchi, Fujimura. Like, look at some of these names. Mago the 2D GOAT. Nigga. That's just Japan. Then we get to the Asia Pacific. We got Shanghai, NL, Hot Dog, Jayuna, Mickey, Zen, Emperor, Chris Wong, VX Bao, Oil King, Rain Pro, DCQ, Dak Corgi, Shin. Oh my god. Then we got the Americans. We got Blas, we got Knuckle Dude, we got Just a Kid, we got Zangief Bellotto, Enzo, BenRD, Nephew, Not Pedro, Crime, Dual Kevin, Kaba, Bruce Lee, Noah the Prodigy, Punk, Christie, Lex, Riddles. Then we got Big Bird. We got, I guess Angry Bird's not going. Is that why he's X'd out? Problem X probably showcasing the Alex Akainu's going. That's good. Mr. Crimson, Kusanagi, Kills You, Endon Walker, Hurricane. This shit is loaded. I don't even know how many names I said here. And these are killers, right? These are killers. But there's still 7,000 people. So any one of these killers could get taken out by somebody. Could go 0-2. Even Tekken has a good showing, I'm assuming. Let me see. How many names in Tekken can I name? Actually, probably nobody. I know Low High. Okay. I know Low High. I know Knee. I know Edge. I know JDCR, Arslan Ash, Jading. Sorry if I butchered that. I am bad at names that I can't hear. Akin, I know. Jimmy J Tran, that sounds familiar. Joker. I thought he retired. Didn't he retire? K-Wiz. Okay. I know a couple names. Okay, so Tekken 8, because I think it goes in order as far as like who's all going. Get the Gear Strive's gonna be there. Gobu is who I'm voting for. Sorry if I butchered the name as well. Danny's going. Okay, Nitro's going. Zay was supposed to go, but I don't think Zay's going. Shout out to Zay. I don't think he's going. Lower Knight's going. Fatal Fury, Goichi, Fenrich, Dark Angel, Scientific, Chris G. I'm just looking at all these names. Kills You plays? Really? I didn't know Kills You plays Fatal Fury. I don't know. Fatal Fury got a lot of money on the line, so I ain't mad at anyone trying to play that shit. And then even 2XKO is out here, which is I thought was kind of surprising for EVO Japan, but that's kind of cool. Because I think I want to say there's twins that play this game, so I don't want to misspeak and say that these are the twins, but Goichi plays this game too. I didn't know that. Okay. And then Sonic Fox and Inzim plays like Team Bleed. It's cool to see Bleed after winning Fatal Fury. Sonic or Super News going, Samija's going, Nitro will enter this game, Chris G, the Kill Sage. Okay. Leffen's here, Yasha's here, Wade. Yeah. Man. This is gonna be a good tournament. I don't really have any predictions for EVO Japan because I wanted to have predictions for EVO Japan, but nah, I ain't gonna give no EVO Japan predictions. There's too many killers. It's just gonna be a good event, so I can't wait till I wake up and watch it. I might watch it on stream, but we'll see. It's gonna be hard because I think we're always gonna be like I'm gonna be at work when all it's going on in real time, so I'm always gonna be watching behind. But you know what I'm saying? We'll see. Invincible Converses come out. I'm going to say basically in 2 days. So by the time you're hearing this, probably one day. I plan on playing the story. Will I play like online and rank matches in this game? I don't know. I gotta see if I like it first. Because sometimes if it's not fun or I find difficulties in doing the stuff in training mode or offline, it's not going to be something I want to take online. I know I want to play the story mode because it's the original story mode and I can always make content on the story mode. Plan on doing that. I don't know how long the story is going to be though, but I got to find buttons or something that I feel comfortable with because I think I want to switch my heavy because I don't like pressing like X and circle together for my super. But I might switch it to like say like a Street Fighter input where it's like light, medium, heavy punch, and then I might do that. I don't know. I got to figure out what's comfortable for me. But as far as team goes, I really don't know who I want on my team. I kind of want Bulletproof, but his buttons felt kind of weird. Like I don't like his heavy that's double hitting, but we'll see. So right now, I might pick Bulletproof. I might pick Invincible. I might pick Omni-Man. I kind of want to see what Elementa's talking about. That's the new character for this game specifically. Anissa might get picked. And then Duplicate might get picked. And then either Titan or Conquest. So I got a few options, but like gun to my head, like if say somehow, some way I was supposed to enter the tournament, it might be Duplicate, Anissa, and Bulletproof. That's the team I want to try out first, but I gotta see how they feel. Speaking of feel, we got the Ingrid gameplay trailer. And boy, oh boy, was she doing some shit. Now, I want to be excited for Ingrid. I do. My only fear of Ingrid is like she might make the game. I don't want to say not fun, but she's gonna change the game, right? And then like that's like my fear with the game is some of the shit she was doing in this trailer, bro. Is like, ugh. I was already super annoyed playing Alex versus Alex. Playing Jury was kind of a breath of fresh air. Jesus Christ, I cannot talk today. Can you tell I've been working? Like I ain't gonna lie, we've been working late, like them 10-hour, 11 days in the summer. Woo! But yeah, it's a character I want to be excited for. It's a character that I do want to try, and I do want to get to masters. I think my problem with the character is it just doesn't feel like she'll play a lot of neutral. And like I've been kind of dealing with that problem with Guilty Gear Strive. So it's like, damn, characters kind of just doing shit and there's nothing I can do about it. So then you mean to tell me in a game where it's like there's drive rush to where you can make yourself plus, then there's fireballs and things of the nature. It's like, ugh, I don't know. Like, and especially if say what the leak said last week is true. I don't know. Street Fighter's getting to that point where it's like we're starting to get to a passage. You know, we're starting to get to a breakaway. Like, do I go right or do I go left? Because I still have admirations of wanting to get good at Street Fighter. Like, I still want to be Ultimate Master and stuff like that. Obviously, I ain't been playing it, and my mental health has been better for that fact that I haven't been playing it. But it's like I genuinely do want to get good at the game. So when it's like I see kind of things like this of like Ingrid just teleporting, and then her like one of her supers sets up all these pillars that shoot down and beams, and then she got a full screen beam where she enhances it and it's faster and all that shit. It's like, ugh. I don't know. Especially as like, because I would love to play Alex again. Like I just hated playing Alex mirror matches, but outside of playing Alex mirror matches, Alex was fun as fuck. But Jury's fun as fuck too. Like I kind of want to go back to Jury, but it's also like, I don't know. Like I just kind of like to my point when Invincible Versus is like it has to be fun offline and it has to be fun in training mode to learn on these things, to implement these things online against opponent. I think that's the satisfaction. But to me, it's like God forbid, like Ingrid could very well be one of those characters that's like a JP, like an Ed, where it's like this is a good character, this character's kind of broken, but not everybody's gonna play this character. It takes a character specialist. So if Ingrid's that character, all right, cool, I can accept that. But boy, if she's easy and she's broken and she's not like a character specialist, I don't know if I'm trying to deal with that. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if I'm trying to deal with that. And that's a fear I have. To where it's like, I like the character. The character has a lot of personality. She's cool. I fuck with it. But it's like, boy, if she's not fun to fight against, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can deal with it. I'm scared, man. And then, you know, it's like one of those things in fighting games where you shouldn't be scared to change and you should just adjust and get better and all that stuff. But it's like, man, that shit is just hard. Because to me, I feel like maybe it's a time thing. Maybe it's I just don't put my all in learning, so therefore I get punished for it. But it's like it feels hard as hell to learn and understand shit. You feel me? Like I feel so comfortable with Street Fighter 6, but then I play Guilty Gear Strive and I feel so uncomfortable. And I feel like I still haven't learned enough in Guilty Gear Strive. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Sure enough, Robo Kai is gonna come out, or sure enough, like Invincible Versus is out. So like, it's like, what do I do? It's like I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel like I mastered Guilty Gear Strive, but Invincible Versus comes out in 2 days. So then, if I start playing Invincible Versus, I already don't feel comfortable with that game. That game's only gonna get harder when people get more time, more effort, and learn on their hands. Like I'm not a fast learner. I think I learn stuff when I get it, but it's like the matter of getting it, and like that part of fighting games just scares the shit out of me. So it's hard to say how I really feel about it. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to be like, damn, yeah, I fuck with this, but then everything's changing. So it's like, cause I remember like some transparency, like when I would do commentary for like Street Fighter 5 and the online local and stuff like that, I was a fish out of water. So I was really learning the game. So once I finally learned the game and got used to the game, new characters or new patches scared the shit out of me because it's like this is just more information to learn and more information to implement. Now, granted, when Street Fighter Five was around, I wasn't playing as much as I played like a Street Fighter Six or like I'm playing fighting games now. Like I'm playing fighting games now, so I feel more comfortable with the characters to a certain degree. But it's like it feels like it's never enough. And you know, there's some shit, there's some pros. Like I be watching pro player streams, like, oh, I didn't know that did that, or this did this, or that was that, and it's like you're still always learning. So I can't hold myself to an impossible standard. But my problem is like I still want to be comfortable. Like I want to take, you know how like, granted, unless you're in the UK or something like that, where you're literally driving on the passenger side, and I think I want to say it's opposite lanes too. I don't know, but you know, what I'm saying, as far as the states go, my driver's license is good anywhere because I could drive on the states, and I really want to be able to take my fighting game skills and implement it in all other games. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't matter that niggas got full screen options in other games or could do air dashes. I still should be able to play defense and anti-air, right? So that's kind of like my frustration. It's like, man, I just hope I can deal with this shit. And when I see certain characters or like certain character types or certain changes, it's like I don't know if I can deal with this shit. And that's kind of how I felt with Ingrid. But she looks fun. I do want to try her out. I hope I am decent with her, but I don't know. I can't not lie and say I'm not scared. But even then, like I have to feel like we're in a fighting game apocalypse because we got all these characters coming out. So potentially more characters coming out for Guilty Gear Strive. Just as far as fighting games I play, right? Guilty Gear Strive, 2XKO. I haven't even touched Akali since I really played with her the last time I played. That game's getting changes all the time. Yeah, Visible Versus coming out Thursday. Then we got Avatar in July. Still haven't played that one, so I don't know how well that game will feel and how well I'll play that. And I want to play literally a stance character, which I never do, or Toph. So it's either Zula or fucking Toph. Marvel Tokon, which is 4 characters. I gotta like it's a lot for a fighting game fan. Like, don't get me wrong, fighting game fans are eating, but it's also like a lot. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get Goku Daima, not because I don't want to play the character, but this character is also $8, and it's like I said, I don't have a desire. That game, I don't want to say died, but it technically died for me because it's like I don't have a desire to play that online no more. Like, to me, that part of me has died. So it's like one of those things where it's like I can have fun on the game and play the game and learn this character, but it's like outside of like learning the character for a video, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like same with like Mortal Kombat 1. When Mortal Kombat 1 characters came out, like I had fun with every character in the DLC pack, but it was also like, nigga, outside of this fun of the DLC pack, I'm not touching this game. I'm not gonna play that bitch online. So it's like, I don't know. I think that's also why I'm just ranting now. So I apologize if it's like, what the fuck is he even talking about? I don't know. Rate this shit 5 stars. But if that's why, like, my goats, like my FGC favorite players are the players like a Justin Wong, like Sonic Fox, Goichi, and just literally anyone. Like, you could say Chris G, anyone that could play multiple fighting games at a high level. Like, I'm more of a fan of that person than the specialist. Like, I used to almost hate the specialist because that's all the person would do. But you know, obviously, fighting games back in the day were harder, so it truly mattered if you was a specialist. But like, I think that's why I have more satisfaction in the Master Rank series than to say get 1500 or 1600 or even 1700 MR. Like, I have more fun figuring out a character, then getting comfortable with the character when I understand the character, and then taking it to the like peak of the levels. But and because at first, also it like with that, it helped that other characters had different ranks. Because I think if you had the same rank, regardless of what character you play, then I probably wouldn't have tried so many different characters. But the fact that you have different ranks for different characters, it did make me try other characters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even Guilty Gear Strive, like, I probably played. I might have made a video on Soul. I probably played Milia, Kai, Lucy. I think I tried Testament. I tried Unica. Like I've tried more characters in games than I never usually would, and I do like that aspect of fighting games. But to learn these fighting games and get competent at these fighting games, it feels such like a daunting task. Just because so many different games change and get different shit. So like that's my frustration. But then I don't know. Mm. Lastly, I just want to talk about some hood booger news. Not even hood booger news. I don't know why I said that. I meant like it's like unemployment news. That's what it really is. But the unemployment news is basically so Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson broke up, and supposedly he cheated. And then from the vernacular that she used, it seemed like he cheated more than once, and he was just pretty much saying he can't be monogamous. Now, I think Klay's problem is he's a serial cheerleader, cheater, and now where you cheat on Megan Thee Stallion, that's kind of crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie, and it's crazy for a multitude of reasons because it's like you was playing house when you didn't want to play house. Like to me, no one could convince me to get out my square. No matter how fire she is, no matter if it's Megan Thee Stallion. I can't play house with you if I'm not going to be confident in being with you. I can't be moving shady and things of that nature, right? Now, some people were saying that Meg made Klay, and Klay is kind of like on the decline, and he's not where he once was in his career because he was part of the Splash Brothers, so he's part of Golden State. So this is the first time that he had to actually transfer and go to a different team. So now he's on the Dallas Mavericks, and you know his status of what he once was is literally not what it is now. But I think Klay's problem is he just like I mean 5-time All-Star, 4-time NBA champion, 2-time All NBA, All Rookie, and then a defensive team. His problem is just like, yeah, you just can't move like that. Like to me, if you going to cheat, I don't know. Like the older I've gotten, I do think cheating is crazy. I can see a world where cheating is crazy. Yes, I understand it's crazy. I understand it's wrong. But I also see the world of like what could cause a person to cheat now. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like if May gave you all these guidelines of rules and stuff like that, and you still did it, I think that's the aspect of it. It's like, all right, you clearly have a problem. I'm willing to work with you through this problem, but then you keep doing this. Like, nigga, I can't help you if you keep fucking with me and fucking me over. Like, and that's where you got to be like, yo, like, yeah, she got a point, gang. And then I don't know. I feel like anytime that discourse like this happens, it always gets nasty because it's just like, oh, like guys ain't shit, girls ain't shit, this, that, and the third, blah, say blah, and it's just like these are grown adults. You know what I'm saying? People gonna cheat, people gonna leave, people gonna say they do this and then they do the opposite. Some people, I don't know. But it's just weird when you see like a celebrity couple like this because most celebrity couples are not usually built to last. You know what I mean? Like I feel like nowadays, especially in the big 2-6, if we see a celebrity couple, it also often comes off like a stunt or like what is the end goal here? And you know they could have had a great relationship, but if Klay out here wilding, like you out here wilding, like that shit is crazy. And hmm. Prayers to Meg. I did hear a rumor that she's working on an album, and an album is going to be coming out real soon. But obviously, with the news that your boyfriend is cheating on you and wilding the fuck out, I can see why you would postpone that. But I also heard that Kendrick Lamar might be on that album, and I'm not mad at that feature either. But that's just tough. That's tough. It's just one of those things where it's like, damn, you hate that happens, but it's also like, I don't know, because to me, if I cheated on my girl, I would rather be in the doghouse. I wouldn't want my girl to announce that to the world, so that way, because like even now, like with Meg announcing that, like guys are getting on Meg for some reason, which is weird, and then it's like she's not looked at the best light. Now Clay's not looked at the best light, but Clay has also been a serial cheater, so it's also like you kind of put yourself in that situation, twin. So it's like, oh, I don't fucking know. But yeah, people just gotta make the right decisions and love who they love, and just be honest. Like, I think that's another thing that people don't do is like they're just not honest. Like, who knows? Your girl might let you just step out when you want to step out, but you got to communicate that to her, and it also just depends on whatever the relationship is with the people, because like whatever works for you is your relationship, gang. We don't need to judge. We don't need to care. Whoever you love is whoever you love. Whoever you want on the side is whoever you want on the side. Nigga, is your plate. Ain't nobody else can eat your plate but your plate. Like the plate that made the selling made. I don't know. I think I'm delirious. I think I worked too much. Yeah, so let me know your comments down below. Who do you have winning? Technically speaking, when you will see this video uploaded and all that stuff, it'll be over already. But I'll talk about that next time. So until next time, I'm out.